So I'm a signwriter by trade, and so I would always fix, my own bats and things like that when I was still playing. And then when we were coming up with this brand, this Cooper Cricket, it was what are we going to do that's different to anyone else? Everyone is either buying cricket bats from overseas and putting stickers on them, or there are some that are making them. But what happens when someone wants something different? And so given that I could print something out, we started just by, mucking around with printing stickers out. It wasn't until we started really getting into it that we thought, what if we give a player something that they want that's just for them? And so it's that's what set us apart. That's what we carved our little niche out of, making completely customized bats just for you, so that you can be totally unique if you want, and get exactly what you want. Sometimes with big business, when they get really big, and this is not having a go at anyone, but they're a little bit faceless because they're so big and they're moving so much product. You're just one individual of thousands, millions, who knows. But how do they give you personalised service? And the reality is they can't always do that. So that's something for now. It's extremely important to us because as an independent cricket brand, our word and our service is the only thing that we can be better at, because a cricket bat you can get anywhere. And of course, we're going to always say that our cricket bats are amazing, but cricket bats will break, or they will have little bits that come out of them or whatever. So we'll always be here to support and help the player because we really care how they go on the field. We initially started with the cricket stumps, and so everything was manual. So we set a product up online on our Shopify store, and then we would sell it, and then the customer would say, well, how do I do the artwork? And then we say, well, send us your logo and text and colours, and then we'll come back to you with artwork. And it got to the point where it just took so long to do the artwork, and it's not a massive job, so there's not a lot of profit in it. So what we found was all the profit was getting eaten up in time, having to deal with customers back and forth. And so it was one of those things where we've got this great product, but it's just not viable to sell as a product because we can't be competitive and make this great product as well at the price point that we were doing it. And so we tried other online designers, and they worked okay. They just couldn't quite get it right. A lot of them couldn't do vertical text down the cricket stump, and so I know that was one thing that Shaddy could. They specifically made that happen just for us.
Wow.
And so that was a great advantage. And unbeknownst to me, it was a hard thing to do. I didn't know it was such a over the top thing to try and get done, but it was. And so a lot of the other online designers couldn't do it. So that was a massive advantage that they could, and they just made it happen. But they're just getting the artwork to work well with that online designer. It was just always troublesome. And our products aren't small watches or small little pendants. They're big things. Cricket stumps are almost 880 centimetres or 800 millimetres long, and they wrap right around, and so it was always a problematic to get that done with other designers. So you'd have to get the artwork off their system, and then you'd still have to make adjustments to it. And so then, which wasn't too bad, it certainly saved more time than going back and forth with the customer, but then you had to spend, if you're doing 100 orders, you've got to spend 15 minutes or 20 minutes extra with that. Then it does all add up. Not too bad if you're doing one at a time, but one every now and again.
So you're doing double handling then?
That's right. So that was the other, and I almost thought it was too good to be true when talking to Shaddy about it, that he could give me a print file, and the fact that the guys at Swift knew what printing processes were compared to just getting a digital file. And to set it up so it was ready just to print straight away. It's a massive advantage for us. When we download the print file from Spiff, we get it ready to go. It's ready to print straight away. We've matched our colours up to our online palette so that we know when the customer picks a specific colour, it'll print out exactly how they view it on the screen. And so that's super important for us, the fact that we can just grab the file and print it straight away, and then it takes out so much time. It's unbelievable. The models that we have got that Spiff have made for us are exactly as our products are. So I'm blown away, especially with the cricket stumps, and then we've moved into cricket bats. But with the cricket stumps, we started with just timber stumps, and then of course we've gone to plastic stumps with rubber bases, and timber stumps with rubber bases, and spring stumps with metal bases, and all of those textures and those little nuances that make that product different represented so beautifully in the 3D that it looks almost real. And so when they get the product, there's no surprises. It's perfect. We haven't got a single item come back because it wasn't the same. Yeah, some clubs come to us and they say, look, we want to get some custom branded stumps, of course, but then we want to do some bats that might be for their Have a Go program, or, where they've got a whole bunch of kids there and they want to brand those cricket bats with their logos. And so we absolutely can do that and make that really easy for them to do. Branding is becoming such a important part of every, not just business, but social club life and things like that, so that everyone's kind of a bit more aware of it, and they're aware of how powerful it can be. So that brand loyalty for cricketers and cricket players is a big thing. So from a volume point of view, as it's ramping up to cricket season, we see a large volume of orders come in. We turn them around pretty quickly, so they can order them and get them within a week or a week and a half, and then so that's just before cricket season, so that's certainly allowed the customer to have the control, but also be able to order late if they need to, and get them when they want them. We can usually get it to them in a couple of days. So from that point of view, it's an easy product to use online, and so it's made it totally easy for users. Business is great. Yeah, business is great. We've got a lot of different things that we do, and the cricket stumps, of course, is something that gets clubs into talking to us. Our main core feature is making cricket bats and repairing cricket bats, and so we do a lot of that. We fix 500 to 600 cricket bats every year, and that's going up. And cricket bat, we make 200 to 300 cricket bats a year, and that's increasing. What we've been able to do on the cricket bat side of things is the fact that we can allow the player to customise their stickers to go on their already customised cricket bat, and then online for them to see features like chrome and metallic and the colours. They can't buy another one of these anywhere else. So it's such an advantage to have the customer be able to do that. Yeah, well, that's right. You could absolutely design it as a gift and give it, and it's completely unique just for them. No one else would have anything like it. And that's what, having Spiff on our online store enables us to do. Probably the personalised service. We can make a bat just for your game. We don't make bats in bulk. We make bats just for the end user. And so we're able to create it to suit you and make it enhance your game. And not just take a chance on a bat that you might just pick up in store and hope that it's going to be good when you get it home. The other reason we're here for service if something goes wrong. So cricket bats are timber. Something will inevitably go wrong at some stage, and so we can fix them. We can replace them if they're not great. We try and do it differently by being super helpful when something goes wrong, and sometimes it does. Spiff, we'll continue to enhance our product range with Spiff, and we absolutely love the service, the over-the-top service that we get from Shani and Daniela. It's just amazing, and I don't know the names of the other members there, so if I did I would say them all, but their service is amazing. Their business has helped our business become better, and it will continue to help us grow and be more profitable and be more efficient. At the end of the day, that helps us become a better product for users to use us. So I'm super thankful, and I can't wait until see what else they do. And so I'm very thankful for Spiff. And if it has to be, it has to have 10 tweaks done to it to get it right, that's certainly how I've felt, that it's never a problem. I've certainly felt bad at times when I've gone, we haven't quite got it right here and we need to do more. It's never been an issue, and it just gets done, and that's what I love about them. They just get it done and they make it amazing, and they go above and beyond, because I think what I feel is that they want their product to be great, and so that only makes my product great even better. So I'll forever be grateful for that.